We will be looking at when NFL players are too confident and it goes horribly wrong, like when the Bengals instantly regretted their actions in the playoffs. The Chiefs are having a dominant season in 2022. They went 14-3 with the #1 ranked offense, and Patrick Mahomes is the MVP favorite. Then in the divisional round of the playoffs, they cruised past the Jaguars. Now in the AFC Championship, they might have met their match, with the Bengals traveling to Arrowhead to take on the Chiefs. The Bengals are a great team. They went 12-4, then in the playoffs got past the Ravens and dominated the Super Bowl favorites. They are extremely dangerous, which can actually be shown by this chart. There has been 21 quarterbacks to face Patrick Mahomes multiple times since 2018. Of those quarterbacks, only one has not lost: Joe Burrow. He is a perfect 3-0 against the Chiefs. Bengals players are very well aware of this. After the Bills game, Eli Apple lit up a cigar and started posting wild tweets as if the hard part of the playoffs is over. Then Mike Hilton called Arrowhead Burrowhead. Finally, the mayor of Cincinnati went way too far.
Good afternoon, Cincinnati. I have a proclamation. Whereas the Cincinnati Bengals are headed to Burrowhead Stadium for their second consecutive AFC Championship game. Whereas Joseph Lee Burrow, who's 3-0 against Mahomes, has been asked by officials to take a paternity test confirming whether or not he's his father. Now, therefore, do hereby proclaim January 29th, 2023 as They Gotta Play Us Day in Cincinnati.
Oh no, you've done it. You went way too far. After all of that confidence, cigars, Burrowhead, and a mayor, the Chiefs put the Bengals in their place, winning 23-20. Patrick Mahomes, on a sprained ankle, played amazing. He threw for 326 passing yards and 2 touchdowns. Surprisingly enough, the Bengals are not the only team to be too confident against the Chiefs. The Chiefs vs Raiders rivalry is one of the best in NFL history. Andy Reid described it like as close as you're going to have to a college atmosphere as far as rivalries go. It is safe to say that these two teams do not like each other, although in 2021, the Raiders took things a step too far. Through the first 9 weeks, the Raiders are on fire, sitting first in the division, while the Chiefs are struggling for their standards. However, in week 10, when they faced each other, the Chiefs won 41-14. From here on, the momentum changed for both teams. The Raiders went 1-2 in their next 3 games, while the Chiefs went 3-0. Now in week 14, they are set to face off again. The Chiefs are the heavy favorites. But wait, what are the Raiders doing? Like a shark in the middle of the desert, the entire Raiders team stood on the Chiefs logo before the game. This is crazy. However, is it so crazy that it just might work? No, it was just stupid. The Chiefs embarrassed the Raiders 48-9. Now to show how impressive this win was, this is the Raiders' top 10 worst losses to the Chiefs in their history. A lot of bad results dating all the way back to the 1960s. But now, if we reveal where this game lands, this is the Raiders' worst loss. They were way too confident, then got handed their worst loss ever to the Chiefs. The Raiders should have known how great their opponent was, similar to the Jaguars in 2017. It is week 5 of the 2017 NFL season. A young and surprising Jaguars team absolutely destroyed the powerhouse Pittsburgh Steelers 30-9. This is a huge win for the Jaguars. Now jumping into the playoffs, these teams are set to face off again in the divisional round. Surprisingly, Steelers players are extremely confident heading into this matchup. In an interview, Mike Mitchell was asked about the playoffs and he said, "We're going to play the Patriots again," looking past the Jaguars. Then a day before the game, Le'Veon Bell tweeted, "I love round 2s. We'll have 2 round 2s in back-to-back weeks." Although this game went similar to the first game, the Jaguars put up 45 points, edging out the Steelers. After the game, a reporter asked Jalen Ramsey about the Steelers' confidence. He replied,
I was kind of wondering why they were so confident because we stomped their ass last time. I can't tell you why they were so confident.
Which this is a very weird thing to say, because not even 5 hours later, Jalen Ramsey said this.
I ain't got too much to say, but y'all make sure y'all bring that same energy out here next week and the week after. We going to the Super Bowl and we gonna win that bitch. We gonna win that bitch.
He is guaranteeing a Super Bowl win before even playing in the AFC Championship. His opponent in this game, the New England Patriots, the one team you cannot overlook. The Jaguars lost 24-20, and they did not win the Super Bowl. Jalen Ramsey really sat there and watched his opponents be too confident and then criticized them for it, then did exactly what they did the very next game. A lesson learned for Jalen Ramsey, something that DeMarcus Lawrence will also have to learn. The Cowboys are off to a mild start to the 2019 NFL season. They are 3-0, however their opponents have a combined record of 1-8. Now heading into week 4, they have an extremely tough test as they travel to the 2-1 New Orleans Saints. This is an extremely tough game for 2 reasons. The Saints are a really good team, and 2, the Superdome is one of the most dangerous places to play. Quite literally. Here is a chart of noises that can damage your ears. At 100, a normal sporting event. 105, a concert. 110, someone yelling directly in your ear. And at 120, standing next to a siren. Now, if we reveal where the Superdome ranks, 130 decibels, dangerously loud. Still, the Cowboys are very confident. When DeMarcus Lawrence was asked about it, he said, "Go to New Orleans and hear the whole crowd talk about some who dat or whatever. It's a great opportunity to show them we dat." Basically, he is saying that they will quiet the whole stadium. Jumping into the 4th quarter, it is a tight game. Saints winning 12-10. The crowd noise is already at 120 decibels and only getting louder. The Saints won 12-10. The Superdome had a huge influence on the outcome of this game. The Cowboys had 3 drives in the fourth quarter with the game on the line. The crowd extremely loud. This is the results of those drives. Not a single point scored. Even though the Saints were on the receiving end of that, they have been too confident before too. The NFC South is in an intense playoff race heading into the end of the 2014 season. 3 teams below 500 fighting for one playoff spot. This is the pinnacle of sports, and it all comes down to week 15. The Falcons are set to take on the Saints. If the Falcons lose this game, they will be knocked out of the playoffs. That being said, when they faced each other in week 1, history was made. This is the top 10 most passing yards in a single game against the Saints in their franchise history. This week 1 game ranks here. Matt Ryan historically dominated the Saints secondary. He threw for 448 passing yards and 3 touchdowns en route to a Falcons win 37-34. The Saints should be worried. Are they though? No. They are not. In fact, when Saints cornerback Keenan Lewis was asked about this matchup, he said, "We're definitely going to give them their funeral." Very bold words. Roddy White, Falcons wide receiver, was asked if he had a reply. He said, "Nope. May we rest in peace until Sunday." So, with the season on the line, will Keenan Lewis and the Saints put the Falcons out of the playoffs? It was not even a competitive game. The Saints lost 30-14. Their secondary had another bad game. They gave up 332 passing yards, a touchdown, and a 106.5 passer rating. If we look at the updated standings of the playoff race, this loss made the Saints lose their hold on the division. They ultimately missed the playoffs. Confidence is a great thing. It powers the best players and teams around the league, but too much of it can leave you looking like a fool. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Alright, I'll see you guys next time.